That is the forehead of someone.
Do the two counter arguments have to be like going with the two yes ones, or can they be totally different? Does that make sense?
Yes, and no. They can be totally different.
They can be totally different.
Of course. All right, before we do that, let's be kind to someone. Let's be super kind to someone.
We should do Eric.
A drop.
I think we already have.
Oh,
That's what air is for.
Daisy, you got a one, right?
Yeah, sure do.
Is Michaela Hesse here? Wave to everybody. That's Michaela. Let's be super kind to Michaela. Let's make her day. Every day that I see you, Dirk, you make my day. You're wonderful. Are you gonna write you a note? No.
I'm gonna write mine just as nice as you wrote one. I thought it was funny. I'm gonna write it in pink.
Anyone want chocolate? Sweet chocolate.
I don't know why, I mean, if you're on ground, it's kind of do.
Yeah.
This is I wouldn't read it now. I could see it. Remember that. You do.
Bring me a quarter, Dirk.
That's what it is. I know.
Chase.
I'm feeling dishes. How you do it? I'm sure. Whoa!
Not
Can you
bad.
teach
That
me
was
how to
a
make
really
one?
good one.
Yeah, I can teach that.
I love the lemon.
Wait, how do you
Why
do
is
it?
the back never been able to do that?
I know how to make like a basic one. I can't.
Right. Mine would probably come back after.
Isn't it been a weird day?
Yeah,
It's been so long.
It has, hasn't it?
It's been really long.
it's been a really long day.
I thought it
Like
was
so
like
many
the end of the
different
day
things
at
happen.
11. I hate it.
And then when you thought, oh my God, we still have sociology.
Yeah, that's our least
Wakes
favorite
up
class.
20
Yeah,
hours
that's
in.
exactly
Just this like Friday class.
Well, it is kind of a,
Because I have nothing today, and then all of a sudden at the end of the day, I just have to come to this class.
what would you like?
Kick after me, Reese's Spirit.
Doesn't this make your day a little better? Candy. Anyone else?
Wait, what can I get for a quarter?
Candy.
A piece of candy.
How much do you need again?
I have a quarter.
Let's see, he needs to make $2,000.
Why did they go to Florida?
Because it's warm there. Oh, I know. I think.
can't we go to the
Why don't they sell like poinsettias or something?
Oh, they do.
Why don't
They
we
do
have
all
a
sorts
car
of
wash? I don't know. I was gonna touch my car. I don't want to cry.
I I mean, they bag groceries at Cub.
No. I don't know. If you have
I've got Hershey's, Kit Kats, and Reese's. What to do?
a quarter.
Like, he's made varsity.
I'm making a dent.
I
in
remember
everybody's
how I
belly. I'm making
And
it.
we walked
do.
away.
This is last year.
Yeah.
How long is it for?
Not when I did it, no. I
We-
thought I went in.
Okay, so what you should have retrieved is your first paragraph that we typed together the other day. And then you should be also retrieving and have access to the 4 document summaries or however many you did. Wherever those are. Did you do them on paper? By the way, one of you gave me a physical one and I checked it in and I gave it back to you.
That's mine.
So you should keep that. Right? So have access to your 4 article summaries. You need them in order to successfully write this bad boy. Keep in mind, it might be you. You might be this person. You've only come up with 1 argument for and 1 argument against, or 2 for and 1 against, whatever. That's fine. You can write an A paper that's 4 paragraphs long. Fine. It's more likely that a paper that argues 2 arguments for and against would be better, but still, man, if you can write and it's 1 argument for and 1 argument, okay. Are we ready? Are you ready? No, you say yes,
Yes,
we're
we're
ready. Are you ready? And now together. Ready for love. It's so awkward. Okay. Great. Let's write paragraph number 2, which is the paragraph for the side you do not agree with for your topic. Okay. So let's pretend, just listen as I talk here, and then you can, off you go. Let's pretend I'm writing a paper asking, who's better, the Vikings or Packers? Okay. And let's just pretend I think the Packers are better. Is that okay? Is it all right? You uncomfortable? The Vikings suck.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Packers are worse. Yeah. Right. All right. Okay. They're both bad. All right. We'll agree with that. So I think the Packers are better. So what I'm going to do in this paragraph is point out why some people might think the Vikings are better. So the topic sentence would go something like this. Some people mistakenly believe the Vikings are better because they have superior facilities, period. Now you write your topic sentence. It's for the side you disagree with for the first reason why some people think that side is the correct side. In order to do this, you have to have chosen the side you agree with for your topic.
So if I'm doing it on like child sex offenders,
What is the question you're attempting to answer?
should laws protect children be enforced even though they violate the privacy of mentally abusers?
And what do you?
I think that they should.
Okay, so this would be the paragraph that says some people think they should not be enforced
Yeah.
because.
Yeah, I know that, but like, what should I call? Should I say like the same rights as normal people?
So what you're arguing is that, what those people are arguing is that you're creating this special situation which isn't fair because they're treated differently than everyone else. Yeah. So then you would say this. Some people think they should not be because they would be treated differently than all other citizens. Okay. How are we doing? Yes? Okay. So I'm gonna move on. If you're moving on with us, great. If you're a little behind, that's all right. Relax. The next part is context. Look at your first sentence. Is there anything in that first sentence that needs clarification? Like, for example, think of my paragraph again. Some people mistakenly believe the Vikings are better because their facilities are superior. Well, I might want to explain, what do you mean facilities? What are you talking about? So I would have a sentence that says, facilities include where a team practices, lifts weights, conditions, and plays their games, period. Notice that all I'm doing is setting the table, right? Is there anything that you need to clarify in your first, right? So I was just talking with Hess here, the person of the day, right? And she was talking about how apparently, is this true? Do they get treated?
Some states.
Some states allow for seemingly violating the rights of child molesters beyond normal punishment. Am I reading that right?
Like they can take away their right to social media and traveling.
Okay, so that would seem to, okay, very good. So that would seem to go beyond normal punishment of, fines in prison, stuff like that. Okay, and so she's answering the question of, is that fair? And so maybe a little bit of clarification is, exactly what is a child molester? What does that mean exactly? How old does the person have to be for it to qualify as child? Is it under 17? Okay, generally. Maybe a sentence about that. Okay, there are other options. Maybe just a brief history of your topic. Maybe a sentence here, again, for her might be, laws like this exist in 10 states or something like that. Or, think about my topic. I might have a sentence that says, the Vikings have been in existence since 1961. And in that time, they developed facilities, right? I'm not going to provide any evidence yet. That's for later. Yes? It is on question. Yeah. Yeah. It's called paper number 2. Yep. You don't have to do it through that, though. You can just do it and then later on submit it. Or you can email it to me and print it. Or whatever. How are we doing? I'll give you a minute.
So, what would I need to set the table for some say institutions
Let's see. Maybe it's not capital. What is capital? Allow me to relieve you of any stress that you might be putting on yourself. You don't need to be writing the perfect paper. Okay? I don't need a paper that I will run to Mr. Lindenberg and say, look at this. I don't need it. Just what I'm trying to get is so that you, 2 years from now, you're sitting in your dorm room and you have a paper, it's due tomorrow. Here's a plan, right? Here's a plan. At least you've got something that you get on paper. How many of you are taking the ACT? Any juniors in here? Did you take it already? No. Not taking it already. Okay. Are you planning on taking it with the writing, which I would suggest?
I think this year they're enforcing it.
Really?
Yeah.
We enforced it the last couple of years in the school.
Oh, the school one. Yeah, got it. Okay, that's right. This is a good plan for that essay. It's because what the people who are grading the ACT are looking for is not big flowery language. What they're looking for is organization. Is your essay organized? Does it flow? Does it go from one logical spot to the next logical spot? And that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so just relax as far as the perfect sentence. Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
The next part is the evidence part. That's where you need your article summary. That's where you need this bad boy. The article you're going to be quoting. The speaker is number 4. The credibility of the speaker is number 5. The quote itself is number 8, and the footnote is number 6. 4, 5, 8, 6. So you're copying and pasting, right? C, D, E, D, B, D, duck? Yes, I C, D, E, D, B, D, duck. Do you C, D, E, D, B, D, duck? No, I do not C, D, E, D, B, D, duck.
Why? Wow, why is he ridiculous?
That's an E, D, B, D, duck.
Oh my god.
C, D, E, D, B, D, duck? There it
See
is.
the itty bitty dot?
C, D, E, D, B, D, duck? That's an E, D, B, D, duck. I will begin speaking in 1 minute. Is that too soon? 2 minutes? 2 minutes, fine. One minute. I'll start chatting again. How are we doing?
What's footnote?
Number 6. It's the bibliographic information. You know, name of the article, the source. Did you do that?
Yeah, but like, doesn't it just serve?
No, saying sirs is like finding a quote in a book and saying you got it from the library. Sirs is a library.
Okay. So I have to like say the name of the article before I put the quote? After.
No, after the quote.
You put in like
Speaker credibility quote footnote.
So like, how do you want to word it? Like I have my quote typed out and I have the speaker.
Okay.
And then I wrote the
So
quote.
Tim Johnson, a writer for Time Magazine, says blah 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 blah, blah
Yeah.
end quote, and then in parentheses put the bibliographic information.
The whole thing?
Like the whole citation?
Is that okay?
Yeah, I just didn't know that's what you wanted.
Any of you ever been to Manny's? that steak place in St. Paul?
I've heard of
Oh, we get to go there tonight, celebrate my wife's dad's birthday. He's 80. It's expensive, but it's pretty good. They sell like T-bone steaks, you know, big old steak like that. At the end, you're just like, ah. So I've been fasting all day just so I can eat a
That's
ton.
actually
I'm just planning on
worse.
gaining about 8-9 pounds.
That's worse for you, Father.
Who cares?
Like you eat a lot, so
I stared my girl. I don't need to look good anymore. She's stuck with me.
No, I wasn't saying it was like bad for you. I was saying like if you eat more during the day,
Oh, I see.
it like,
Like,
widens your stomach.
yeah, yeah.
But no, I get you.
Okay, may I move on?
Yeah.
Anyone need more time? Which is fine. Okay. You now need to explain the quote in your own words. What he means is, clearly he believes that. Obviously he thinks that. And then you tell me. And don't use the same words. Say the same thing without saying the same thing. The quote might be, he sure is smart. And now my explanation, clearly he ain't dumb. Say the same thing without saying the same thing. Use different words. There's a cool little thing that you have access to because you're on your little computers. Synonym, right? So just type synonym.com if you want to change some words. Magic. Imagination. Someone told me that they intended for SpongeBob to be like
For
adults.
Yeah, it is.
No, there's so
Weird.
many
There's
jokes in
like
there
there's
that
like
are
a lot
like,
of dirty jokes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe.
but so are like some Disney movies too.
Yeah.
Or like Cars. You know the movie Cars? There's so many like.
SpongeBob, which I love. I love
Yeah.
SpongeBob. I think the first SpongeBob movie is hilarious.
Yeah.
How about when David Hasselhoff is just swimming, just going? He's, oh my God, it's so funny. I've never seen the second one, the one where they're kind of Animaniac. Not as good.
You do a space dolphin though. It's like a dolphin that's like space dolphin.
Space Dolphin. That sounds SpongeBob.
Oh,
No, it's already.
Animals that are in the water.
So like land to like a fish is scary.
Did you read it? Yes, I know, but I bet it goes on to say, however, if you legalize it, other things, one of the main arguments for people opposed to legalizing marijuana is, once you legalize that, then people will start saying, well, let's legalize whatever, right? Crack is whack. Okay. The next thing you need to do is prove this argument is wrong. Right? There must be a reason you disagree. And now, hear me out now. You got to be patient. That is where number 11 comes in for another article. One of these for the side you agree with. I had you find 2 examples for the side you agree with. So that means you have to go get another one of these for the side you agree with. Go to number 11 and use that as evidence to suggest that this argument you do not agree with. Okay, let me just slow you down here. Let's just say, once again, I'm writing a paper about the Vikings, which is better, the Vikings or the Packers. And I say in my second paragraph, some people think the Vikings are the better team because of their belief that the Vikings have superior facilities. Okay, and so I find some quote from some Viking official saying, yeah, we have a brand new stadium and our practice facility is the best in the NFL, which I have actually heard that the Vikings practice facility. How many of you ever driven by that thing? If you go to the airport, if you go to Mall of America, you drive right by it. Okay, it is a nice looking, very impressive facility. I'd like to take a tour. Anyway, so you got some Viking officials saying, yeah, we have the best practice facility in the NFL and our stadium is brand new, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But now what I need to do is I need to provide some evidence to suggest, no, this isn't true. So what I do then is I go to my article arguing that the Packers are the better team because whatever my first reason is, and let's just say my first reason that I think the Packers are the better team is I find an argument that they have more historical, they've just got more history on their side. And my evidence is Lambeau. Okay, so I then take that evidence and use it to refute this argument. Okay, so here we go. The Viking belief that their facilities making them a superior team is wrong. Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra. Okay. Now, by the way, you don't have to do it the way I just said it. You could just come up with this wonderful thing called the hypothetical. Make up an example where the argument being made in this paragraph isn't true. Come up with a hypothetical. All right. So is anyone here writing about Greener coming up with capital punishment, right? So let's help Greener a bit. Okay. So Greener, what is the argument being made in this paragraph? Well, let me back up. What do you think? Capital punishment? Yay. Kill him or not? Kill him. Damn right. Okay. What is the argument being made in this second paragraph for why we should not use capital punishment?
That the doctors that perform executions form psychological distress.
Okay. So the argument being made is we shouldn't use capital punishment because you're forcing doctors to do what seems to violate the reason they got into medicine in the first place, right? No doctor says, I want to go to medical school so I can learn how to kill people, right? That doesn't, no. Another way of saying it is that they're violating something called the Hippocratic Oath. The Hippocratic Oath is do no harm. Every medical student, when you graduate from medical school, you have to take an oath. I promise to do no harm. And now, some of those people are putting lethal injections into people, which seems to violate the do no harm. But that's wrong. And here's what you could say. You could say, they're not doing harm. They're doing a service. Executing a lowlife who rapes and murders is not harming. It's helping. Okay. You'll notice that he didn't come up with any specific example. He came up with a hypothetical. He made up a version that would seem to poke a hole through the argument being made. You can do that too. You can create a what if. Make it up. Okay, that is your historical example. It does not need to be real, is what I'm trying to tell you. If any of you are struggling, here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? Did I sing that song for this group?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Were you singing yes?
I know what you're doing. Good try. I would have fallen for that, 10, 15 minutes ago, but not now. I have become wiser. Oh, another videoed class that I can't put on the website.
Only ever your joke at the beginning.
Yeah, that would have been bad. Yeah. Just another one to put on the dung heap.
Are there a lot of those?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
At the end, I watch it like, ah, dang it, why did I? No good. Sorry, Brooke, but you're not watching any video. It ain't happening. Anybody confused? Anyone need help? Just give me 2 minutes and then you'll have the rest of the hour, so another 20 minutes here, okay? The final thing you have to do is wrap this bad boy up. You gotta wrap it up. And the way you wrap it up is because of some people's mistaken belief in A, comma, they mistakenly believe B. So let's go back to my paper. Because some people believe that the Vikings have the better facilities, comma, they mistakenly believe the Vikings are the better team, period. Or if we went with Greeners, because some people believe that doctors violate the whole purpose of why they got into medicine in the first place, comma, they mistakenly believe that capital punishment should end, period. Because of what's true in the paragraph, comma, what's true in the paper, period. And again, if you're struggling there, call me over, I'll sit with you, we'll get her done. Last thing I'm saying to you, and then I'm done. There are 2 new Kias. It is called Sociology Test on Deviant Behavior, Fall 2008. It's the test for the unit on criminal behavior. It's kind of a doozy, right? I think there's 25 questions. It's worth like 70 points. It's not due for a whole week, right? You have a whole week to do it. There will be time in class next week. And then there's also a part 2, and that part 2 is simple. 10 things you learned from any of the debates, including multiple things you may have learned from one debate over another. I mean, if you learn 10 things from one of the debates, great. 10 things from that, right? And they don't have to be earth-shattering things. And that is also due in a week. You can take the first test twice. When you take it and you submit it, it will show you the right and wrong answers. It will show you what you got right and what you got wrong. And then you can take it again. Why don't I just give all of you A's in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Here's my theory. I am. If you don't get an A, you're choosing not to. You're saying, I don't want an A. Okay, I'm done talking. If you would like my help, I'd be glad to help you.
Is this intro or
Yes.